Good day, and thank you for joining me on another episode of Your Family Lawyer. Reaching you from the ancient and modern city of Ibadan. It is I, yours sincerely, Alright Egbe. Right, so today I just want to talk about why we are seeing a trend that is rising little by little that women are preferring customary law marriage. They are choosing now to want only customary marriage. And the reason is just one. So that whenever they want to leave that marriage, they can easily do it by just returning the bride price and not have to go through all the stress of a statutory marriage. Is a statutory marriage challenging? To do the divorce of a statutory marriage, we usually tell people it takes an average of 18 months. 18 months and the litigation can go on and on. Today, I still worked on a matter that we have been in court since 2023 and this is 2026. And interestingly, I am counsel to the respondent, right? And I've also seen cases where the matter stayed long in court. I remember a colleague telling me that her divorce matter spent up to about 7 years in court. So because these women don't want to deal with the challenges of statutory marriage, should the marriage end in divorce, because of the money they may spend in hiring a lawyer, they are choosing right now, they are advising other younger women to go for customary law marriage alone. In some states, I should let you know that you cannot do divorce, a customary divorce, by just returning the bride price. Sometimes the laws of some states require that you go to a customary court and get a divorce in a customary court. I will not lie, I will tell you the truth. Whether you choose to do it in a customary court or you refund the bride price, not refund, return the bride price, right? Customary divorce is still far easier than a statutory divorce. However, let's make this clear. Will you say because the divorce of customary law marriage is easier, because of that you will not want statutory marriage? I understand. There are many laws right now that get to protect women, whether they have a statutory marriage or not. Say, before now, people will always choose the statutory marriage option because they want these laws, they want the rules and the principles of statutory marriage to protect them. But today, we now have laws that protect women no matter the type of marriage they have, whether they are single or they are married. So we have, for example, Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act and Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law in a state like Oyo State, where I am. We have the Married Women's Property Act. We have different laws that get to protect women. However, in all, there are still certain protections and certain benefits that statutory marriage offers that customary law marriage will not offer. So when it comes now, aside that, right, there are still benefits that customary law marriage offers that statutory law marriage will not offer. I have observed again and again that the reason why some people chose to have a statutory marriage was because they wanted a marriage certificate, and that was also based on the ignorance of them not knowing that you can have a customary law marriage and yet have a customary law marriage certificate. And this certificate is accepted by foreign nations, by international organizations. So people just blindly chose to go, and not blindly, I would say, due to ignorance, they did not know. Perhaps if they knew, they would have acted better. Went to have statutory marriage just because they want to have certificate. We have done the divorce. We have done divorce of a case like that. And we have also read of divorce of case like that where people said, no, we wanted our marriage to be guided by Islamic law or by customary law. But because we wanted to travel or because we wanted to do this, they refused that. We needed to bring a certificate to prove our marriage. And so we had to go and get a statutory marriage. Go and contract a statutory marriage so that we can get this certificate, right? Some people have actually done this, and it's something that we have seen, right? But then you necessarily do not. If you have a customary law marriage, You can go to your local government and ask about how you can register your customary law marriage. Right. So customary law, and the thing about it is that people say, oh, they want to go for statutory marriage because of the children. No, statutory marriage no longer guides the children. The most magistrate courts, the magistrate courts of states have the power to litigate under child's rights law, which will be able to define how custody would go, right, when divorce ends. So those days when a person has a customary marriage, they will say that, oh, the children belong to the man under customary law. But we now have state laws. So states that have the child's rights law no longer follow customs. Right? Child's rights law now says that children will go to whosoever parent based on the overriding interest of the child. So such kids can actually go to their mom or to their father, because it's not even the customary court that is going to decide who the children will go to. It will be the magistrate court. So you can have your divorce in the customary court, or you can return the bride price, then go to the customary court and ask for custody, which is a less cumbersome cumbersome process, right? I think it's easier. Yeah, I would say it's also easier to get custody, to do custody battles in a magistrate court than in the high court, right? So yes, if you don't want to have a statutory marriage, you want to have only customary marriage, kindly know that when it comes to the children, yes, you can still have things to do like that, but you may not have things like maintenance. When it comes to settlement of property, you will have to prove your contribution to the property, because then you may want to think of, oh, can we use the Married Women's Act to come in to bring it, things like that. But then I will not be asking, like, why are you marrying someone that you're already planning to divorce? Because the primary reason why people are choosing only that option is stated that whenever I want to divorce, I can just easily return the bride price. Whenever I want to divorce, I can easily just get it without having to go through the stress, having to spend the huge litigation fees that a statutory marriage will attract. So you can tell me in the comment section, which one would you prefer? Customary marriage or statutory marriage? And you want to tell me why. It's a growing trend. It's a growing trend. I want to see how it goes. I want to see how it plays out. I want to see the arguments on both sides. I'm in the middle of it all because I'm a counseling psychologist and I'm also a family lawyer. And so I get to deal with all these cases and deal with all these things. But let's see how it goes. All right. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I know some female colleagues, yeah, female lawyers, who prefer only the customary marriage. All right. And then can make several things easy. Make several things easy. Especially the fact that you have the rights and you still have the privileges now preserved and protected in other acts, in other legislations. Unlike before, that it was only the Marriage Act and the Matrimonial Causes Act that protected those interests. But now there are other laws, other state laws, other federal laws that get to protect it. So women are beginning to choose it. Let's watch and let's see how it goes. My name is Alright Egbe, your favorite family lawyer and counseling psychologist. Thank you for joining me today. Next week, Tuesday, I'll be back here having the same family law conversations with you or some other topic. Remember to drop your opinion as to why would you prefer customary marriage alone, or why would you prefer statutory marriage. You rock.